I'm 25 years old, I'm 6 months pregnant, I have never been in trouble before, and tomorrow I'm going into this man's courtroom and I'm going to be sentenced to a natural life sentence.
This is the most unfair, grotesque perversion of justice that I can think of. I mean, this is just wrong.
I was in a relationship with Aisha's father, which turned to be an abusive relationship. So I went to Nebraska where my cousins were, and they were selling drugs. And I knew that, but I didn't concern myself with the particulars of what they were doing. For me, I didn't have to worry about being in fighting. It seemed more safe to me.
The people who get these sentences are typically the most minor participants, wives, girlfriends of drug sellers, people who benefit because the food on the table, the gas in the gas tank, is paid out of the proceeds of the drug trafficking.
Whoever had their kids there, I took care of their kids, and I did little errands, not like going out and giving drugs to this person or doing that, just wiring money through the Western Union, which was the bulk of what got me convicted, wire transfers.
Your husband could go away for the weekend, and he might be going and doing something illegal, and you could be charged. You could be doing 10 years.
They're sat down and told you're going to get 20 years, unless you tell us what you know. Women very often, they won't have any information to give.
You tell us this, X, Y, Z, and we'll give you your freedom. And I was like, well, I don't know anything about X, Y, and Z.
As an adult, you feel, okay, I need to be responsible for my own actions. But conspiracy doesn't work that way. You're held accountable for anyone you're associated with.
And I can remember saying to myself, and I think I said it out loud, I'm not going to sentence this gal to life in prison. And of course I did. I did because the law required that I do that.
A judge is required to look first to the criminal history of the defendant, and then to look at the nature of the particular crime with which they have been charged and convicted. The combination of these two factors then will support the judge to look at really a chart which will define a range within which a defendant can be sentenced.
Your question is, what did it feel like to sentence a young black woman who was then pregnant, had 2 children, had 0 criminal history, to life in prison? I mean, it felt awful.
I used to wonder, why have a judge when you have a mandatory sentencing range? I mean, is it just a formality?
I just don't think that it's right for moms. It's like they're abandoning their family, not because it's their choice to abandon, but it's the people's choice who put her there. My little sister Kamira is like never had her mom before. We gotta explain to her why my mom is not here and why haven't she been taking care of her since day one.
I think the biggest injustice is taking the parents away from the children for such lengthy periods of time. How do you expect to lock the parents away from the children for so long, and then how do you expect the children to become?
Hello? Spokane County, Niger Corrections.
Grandpa.
Yeah, that's your mother.
Okay, hang up, Grandpa.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, girl.
Hi.
So, how are you?
Fine.
What did Grandma and Grandpa say about you going back to Southern Mountain? They don't have a basketball team, right?
Yeah, but it costs money.
Well, maybe a couple more years. I'll be there watching your game.
Mm-hmm.
What time do you guys go to bed?
What time do we go to bed?
Yeah.
Probably like 11.
11?
Or 10.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. I'll be knocked out by then, but I'll call between 9 and 9:30.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I love you.
I love you too.
This call is from an inmate. I hate that recording.
Me too.
I had letters of support from ex-prisoners My peers, from corrections counselors, commendation letters that I had received. The best letters that I got were the letters from my daughters. That just kind of took me over the edge when I read those letters, because despite anything that they've been through in my absence, they love me. And that was like my biggest kicker there to keep going.
I don't like it, but you just gotta deal with it. But I just always break out in tears because, but I don't know how to explain it, but it just makes me mad and I get frustrated, and that's what I do. I just break out and cry. I just miss my mom a lot, and I just hope that she come home soon.
People have no idea, or they don't want to believe, they don't want to accept. Not here, not in this land of the free. You know, what about all the other mothers that are separated from their kids and other mothers that have had their babies in prison?